Hello, and welcome to this YouTube channel about personal finance and investing. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to create a simple budget for beginners. Have you ever wondered how to create a simple budget? Well, you're not alone. Many of us feel overwhelmed when we think about budgeting, but let's demystify it. Budgeting is just a plan for your money. It's about knowing where your money is going, instead of wondering where it went. It's essential because it helps you manage your finances and make better financial decisions. It gives you control over your money, keeps you focused on your money goals, ensures you don't spend money that you don't have, and prepares you for emergencies. Creating a budget might seem daunting, but it's not as complicated as you might think. It's a straightforward process that involves understanding your income, identifying your expenses, and then subtracting your expenses from your income. And guess what? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create a simple budget from scratch. Let's dive in, shall we? The first step in creating a budget is to understand your income. You see, knowing exactly how much you earn is crucial for effective budgeting. It's not just about the big picture, it's about the details. It's about the pennies and the pounds. It's about understanding the difference between your gross income and your net income. Gross income is the total amount you earn before any deductions are made. It's a lovely figure to look at, but unfortunately, it's not the figure you should be budgeting with. Your net income, on the other hand, is the amount you actually bring home after taxes and other deductions. It's the real deal. It's what you can spend, save, and invest. So before you start planning where to allocate your money, you need to know exactly how much money you have, and that means figuring out your net income. Once you've figured out your net income, you're ready to move on to the next step, identifying your expenses. With your income in mind, now it's time to identify your expenses. Identifying expenses is an integral part of budgeting. Expenses, in a nutshell, are the money you spend. They can be categorized into three broad types: fixed, variable, and discretionary expenses. Fixed expenses are those that remain constant month after month. These are expenses that you have to pay, come what may. Examples of fixed expenses include your mortgage or rent, car payments, and insurance premiums. Variable expenses, on the other hand, fluctuate each month. These could include your utility bills, grocery shopping, and fuel for your car. While these are necessary expenses, the amount you spend on them can vary from month to month. Now let's talk about discretionary expenses. These are the expenses that are not necessary for your survival, but enhance your quality of life. They are the wants rather than the needs. Eating out, going to the movies, or buying that new pair of shoes you've been eyeing are all examples of discretionary expenses. It's essential to track all your expenses, no matter how small they may seem. Every penny counts when it comes to budgeting. Those small purchases you make here and there can add up quickly, often leaving you wondering where all your money went. So how do you accurately track expenses? One way is to keep all your receipts and review them at the end of the month. Alternatively, you could use budgeting apps that link to your bank account and categorize your spending for you. You could also use a good old-fashioned spreadsheet. The method you choose doesn't matter as much as ensuring you're consistently tracking your spending. Understanding where your money goes each month is the key to creating a successful budget. It allows you to see patterns, identify areas where you might be overspending, and find opportunities to save. Now that you've identified all your expenses, you're ready for the next step: subtracting your expenses from your income. This step involves simple math. Subtract your expenses from your income. It's a straightforward but crucial part of budgeting. When you subtract your outgoings from your income, you reveal a critical truth about your financial habits. Are you living within your means, or are you overspending? If you're making more money than you're spending, congratulations, you're in a financial surplus. This extra money can be put towards savings, investments, or maybe that vacation you've been dreaming about. But what if you're spending more than you're earning? That's a financial deficit. It's a signal that changes need to be made. You'll need to trim some fat off your expenses or find ways to boost your income. Remember, a budget isn't about restriction. It's about understanding and control. It's about making your money work for you rather than the other way around. By now, you should have a good idea of where your money is going, but we're not done yet. The final step is setting financial goals. The final step in creating a budget is setting financial goals and making necessary adjustments. It's a bit like setting a destination on your sat-nav. Without a clear destination in mind, you're just driving aimlessly. So, let's talk about what your financial destination might look like. Financial goals, you see, are the backbone of any budget. They are the driving force behind your spending and saving behaviors. They could range from short-term goals like saving for a new smartphone or a holiday to long-term goals such as saving for a house deposit or planning for retirement. Now, how can these goals shape your budget? Well, they do so by influencing where your money goes. For instance, if you're saving for a house deposit, you might decide to cut down on dining out or switch to a cheaper phone plan to save more each month. But setting financial goals isn't just about cutting back on expenses. It's also about finding ways to increase your income. This could mean asking for a raise at work, starting a side hustle, or investing in a high-yield savings account. Here's a tip. Be smart about your financial goals. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A SMART goal could be, I want to save £2,000 for a holiday in 12 months. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to your wants and needs, and has a clear time frame. Now, what about adjustments? Well, your budget isn't set in stone. It's a living document that grows and changes with you. If you find that you're consistently overspending in one area, don't beat yourself up. Instead, revisit your budget, adjust your spending limits, or find areas where you can cut back. And there you have it. You've just created a simple budget. Remember, creating a budget is a dynamic process. It might take some time to find the right balance, so be patient and persistent. Adjustments and flexibility are essential for a successful budget. Happy budgeting. Please like, share, or comment on this video and hit the subscribe button for practical tips and advice about personal finance and investing in our upcoming videos.